Oh, we'll put them in the church. Be symbolic that way.
Like there's some subtext there, but I'll let it go.
Say your prayers.
Santa's 3. Yep.
Yeah, Sand 3, I think ELR 2, though I think that only affects your leaders. Leaders and
Yeah, I
crew.
mean they're partisans, so they don't ELR unless it says they ELR.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, only the ELR 2 will only affect the leaders and crews, realistically. The partisans themselves will just break into two half squads.
If they ELR failure, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the underlying morale is pretty nice to avoid ELR, anyways.
We'll take it anyway. Well, I guess I'll go leader hunting a little bit.
I'll try not to make it too easy for you.
So I do have a warning for you. I love this game. This is probably my favorite game. I've played it for years. Um, I think it's the best board game ever made. But I do have to warn you, I am shit at this game.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna have a great time.
Okay,
Uh,
good.
our streams have been any support weapon we have can and will break. It's like Murphy's
Nice.
law of support weapons.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think me owning like 6,000 scenarios is enough for me to say I love this game.
yeah, I don't know. It's the best damn board game ever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed at people who are really good at it because I just don't see it the same way. And I just play it to have fun, and it seems like they play it because they hate themselves. It's weird.
I'm surprised more that like there's so many people who don't play this.
Wargamers are a weird group.
I think even just like popular culture wise, like you would think a game that has this much like modularity, maybe just because like it's niche in the sense that like Vassal's so unknown for it. Maybe I don't know.
It's funny if you go on Vassal and there's all these other games that are at least ostensibly more popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you could go into any of their lobbies and you'll never find anybody playing any of them. But if you go into the ASL lobby, there's always people playing.
That's because the scenarios take so long.
Yeah,
you're
that's
kind
probably right. Yeah,
you're
just
stuck.
time.
You're just stuck in there by proxy.
Uh, I've done that thing where I've sort of played a long game, and then my partner and I have had sort of a long sort of the after game breakdown,
Mm-hmm.
and we do all this stuff, and then I go to bed and I just leave it in the lobby there, and then I come back and I see all these people like logged into it, and I just sent the info to like tons and tons and tons of people, and I think, oh, they must have thought I was nuts.
I was just like wondering what you could possibly be playing.
For days and days. All right, well, this scenario seems fun.
I'm very interested to see how this plays out because it does not seem like the partisans have a like there's no power advantage for the partisans, but I mean the victory condition number 2 really stacks points quickly if the Chinese the Guangmingdong Chinese player doesn't get a move on.
You have what, 10 more squads, another gun.
Well,
Um,
I have 2 guns. So your mortar is nice and all, but I don't feel it'll compare much.
let's be 11. If I, That's one of the reasons I threw it up there on the hill. I figure if I can get it to last a turn or two without me breaking it or you breaking it, I'll be happy. It's interesting because the victory conditions seem really odd to me, just because I'm somewhat incentivized to stay in the town, but then I also get victory points for leaving the map, and
And
so I
like
feel
any direction too. So the Chinese player can't, or the non-communist player can't just be like, Well, I'll sacrifice everything in the north because then you can just file away.
Yeah, but then you can just occupy the buildings.
Well, that's why like you need as the nationalists, you have to have a blocking force on at least two sides. Mainly because you can't do east, and then you have to not only push in, but the I think it's going to be an interesting point where the Red Chinese is going to want to like divvy up their forces into two groups. One that will push out to get those exit VPs, and the other to just as a last vestige, like you guys are the lone survivors type stuff.
Yeah, I will warn you, I will wait too long to make that decision. So I will wait
Honestly,
one turn too long.
I don't know anybody who knows the exact timing.
If you think it's time, it was time last turn.
True.
That's every time I think, oh, should I be retreating? And the answer is I should have been retreating a long time ago. Oh, okay.
Well, it's your turn whenever you want to start.
Oh shoot.
That's not good.
Computers. Super fun. Okay. Let's roll for wind, shall we? Did that. No wind.
There you go. 8 snow, no wind. Also, apparently the vassal module board for this does not have LOS, so we're gonna have to try and keep that in mind.
We'll be fine.
I hope so.
I trust us. Um,
Oh shoot! I did not change that. I don't think it is. Is it
that's a
here?
pretty cute little phase wheel you've got there. That's nice.
I got a what?
That's a nice phase wheel. I
Oh
like that.
yeah, it's the custom ones that came with. I think it was Vassal like three, 3 or 4 updates ago. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. Duh. There you go. Now it's proper. Oh, also, sorry, I'm so used to playing with my regular partner. Are we doing IIFT or IIFT?
Um,
Because I'll be
I
honest,
I
when
have.
we're playing with numbers like this, IIFT is my preferred go-to.
All right, what's your party? I've literally never. Do I even have an IIFT somewhere?
Oh yeah, yeah. When you go into your tables thing in IIFT, the tab next to it is IIFT.
Oh, in Vassal.
Yeah.
Um, oh my
Basically,
God, so many numbers.
yes,
What?
but it means that when you're shooting, let's say like X7, if you shoot with that guy, you get the full benefit of the firepower. You're not saying like, well, I'll shoot the LMG only, and you're getting, you know, when you get 5, you get an extra number for Pintas because the CTC is basically the same as a PTC except only against unconcealed units.
Right, it doesn't strip concealment, right?
Yeah. So imagine like you actually get value out of certain attacks.
Well, that's something.
Hey,
Oh, that's so
oh,
many numbers. I'm gonna have to. We'll look at that later.
who's
That's.
moving my stuff?
Sorry.
I had a squad move, like a phantom move. There you go.
Weird. Okay. Hmm. I suppose I'll prep the mortar at one of your guns.
So no rally phase stuff?
I have nothing in the rally phase.
Okay.
It's one for the covered arc change. We're going to be shooting at this guy here.
Oh, okay.
So to hit 7?
Is it just 1, or is it a +3? I mean, it'll hit anyways, but...
Oh, with that. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. It's not turreted. So it's +3.
So it's still 6, which, actually, that is range... Because we use red numbers. It'll probably still be a hit.
Yeah, area is all red numbers anyway.
Oh, right, you're using area, duh. So it should be 6 from that range? 7, nope, never mind, 7, okay. So yeah, it'll be a hit regardless, because you'll go through... just go through any... well, technically, I guess Z6, 1 hindrance, but yeah.
Hindrance from
The orchards in Z6.
the orchards. I'm shooting over the orchards.
Yeah, but it's still... it always affects line of sight, right?
The lower... Orchards? Are orchards 2-level hindrances?
No, because it's the hex side, right? So Z6
But
will...
I'm above it.
No, you're the same level as Z6.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's super weird. It's still a hit though.
Yeah. It's still 7, exactly what you need.
Okay.
That's halved, so we're looking at 76, which would be 14, so 7 firepower.
Oh, IIFT. Oh my god.
Yeah, you get an extra 1 firepower out of that. Normally you'd go down to 6.
You're gonna have to show me how to read this here.
So, so you got the vehicle kill number. We don't have to worry about that. That's the topmost number.
Yeah.
Below that is millimeter. So whatever your gun size is, that determines your firepower on.
So it's a 14.
Correct. But since it's area
Okay.
fire, it's halved.
That
So
right halved to 7. All
correct. Right. So you're getting 1 precious firepower more than the IFT. See how valuable that is?
That's so valuable.
Hey, it's that extra pin pin check.
So that's a 4 on the 7. Words I've never said.
4 on 7, 2 morale check. And they break.
And I kept rate.
That was I'm gonna relearn my Sanus too. Damn.
Well, let's shoot it again, shall we? Oh, that's another hit.
Mm-hmm.
God. Is that 9 on the 7?
Yeah.
No. Right? That's a conditional test check, right? So that's nothing.
Yeah, because they're already broken.
And we lost rate. That is all my prep fire.
Okay.
3 firepower units. Assault move here.
Okay.
Go 1, 2.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2.
I'll shoot with this guy.
You got it.
So I'm pretty sure that'll be a +3.
Are orchards in season? What's the
No,
date?
but to a higher elevation, you'll still get a +1 because it's January, I think.
Okay.
So it doesn't block
So
out
the line of
west,
sight is. Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So I forget how it counts if it goes to a higher level. I believe it's a +1 for each orchard because technically, like, it wouldn't be an extra height level until it gets to W8. Regardless, it's +2. I don't think you can get height advantage because you're already getting TEM.
Correct.
So +2, non-assault movement down 1, so 3 up 1. What's that on IFT? 6 on 3. PTC.
A 6 on the 3. That's wild. Okay. It's gonna take me a while to get used to that.
That's fine.
7. He is not pinned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Uh-oh, Stu's watching us.
Oh no.
Time to call that guy a dork.
Who is Stu?
Stu's replays. He's got a YouTube channel.
Oh
he's
yeah,
getting,
yeah, yeah.
And he's getting free publicity on my stream right now. Can you believe this?
Oh, never mind. Who is that guy? Stu who?
Special of them. If you buy now, for $19.99.
You hear that noise? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it sounded like the wind.
Yeah, it must have been.
It's okay. I got machine guns and whatever audio playing in the background, so they won't hear 'em.
Okay. Interesting. Here for 4.
Okay.
And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That's my movement.
All right. Defensive fire. What do I do for defensive fire? Um, 01 on map board 58 will shoot at T2 or attempt to. I gotta zoom in on this.
Oh, that's
No.
clear. Well, I mean,
No, that's not fair. That barely clips it. But I'm pretty sure if I was doing if the LOS tool was working, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work. Damn, that's a good roll too. Also, because I don't think that was put in. I think
oh, that's my sand.
yes, which is why I'm trying to reconfigure this.
No effect.
Yeah, allies move first. I might as well put myself as Axis 2. There. Yeah, if you don't put it in info, it doesn't. It won't auto tell you or whatever.
Get to remember, like the old days.
No way. I had enough brain power being used to run a stream.
Ask Stu about the old days where we had to remember these things.
Artillery piece will shoot at T2 as well. That should be clear. Oops. Yeah.
Oh.
Especially since I'm shooting from a higher elevation. So we're looking at a 2-hit of +3 from the building. That will not hit. It is rate of fire. So I will drop my acquisition. We will shoot again. No, still nothing. Especially since I'm on red numbers. It was still rate of fire. So that'll be 4. Up 3, 7. Range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is a hit. It is going to be a terrifying 4 firepower. 5 on 4.
Are you firing on the area target type or infantry target type?
Infantry, sorry.
Okay.
Using the small small act. So 5 on 4 is a 1 MC.
You got it. Pinned.
Pinned. I do not have rate. So hoping for a little more. And I think that's it for defensive fire. So advanced fire phase.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Routes. I don't have to route my guys, so they shall not. So straight into advance phase.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. No CC. End your turn, you get an automatic 14 points because that's how many stone buildings are in your area. Oops. And pin scuff. Weather, no change. Rallies, I will try to self-rally the crew. That does not work, so they will lose DM. And I think that's it for rally actions.
I have no rally actions.
Prep fire, the artillery piece is going to shoot at the same target. 7 minus 2 plus 3 is not going to make it, no rate. And no, I don't think anything else is worthwhile. Movement phase. First things first, this squad over in GG1 will go to GG10 for 1. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
can see him. So
Nope.
GG9 for 2. GG8 for 3.
You're there?
CC1 is going to go to BB10 for 1.
Yep.
BB9 for 3.
You're there?
Other squad in BB1 goes to BB0, BB10 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ends in BB9.
You're there?
One squad in AA1 goes to AA10 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Z9 for 3.
Yeah, you're there.
Other squad in AA1 goes to AA10 for 1.
Yep.
AA9 for 3.
You're there?
Squad in X1 goes to X10 as an assault move.
Okay. No shots?
W1 assault moves to W10.
Okay. You're there?
V1 assault moves to V10.
You're there?
One squad in T1 will go to S1 for 1.
Sure, yeah, we'll take a 3 down 2.
Okay.
Thought I'd never say that. Ugh. No effect.
All right.
I have it as 1.5, so I guess there's one residual in there? Is that
Yeah.
how it works?
Yes, because so how residual works, and this works for cowering as well, is you go to The next lowest, so if you're on 3, it's 2, and then halved, you do the regular Kara stuff.
Okay.
Or 0. They will continue to S10 for 3.
Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you DM?
Because I tried to final fire them and they
Oh.
flipped over.
Yeah, because you had the counter for final fire, but it was first fire.
No, it's final fire because they cowered.
Wait, that was a cower? Oh, it was. So,
Wait, did partisans cower?
no. I'm pretty sure they don't.
That's not final fire.
Time to check my online one.
Partisans do weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, check your not check, but continue your stuff, and red shiny. All red shinies are considered partisans for all purposes, but are also immune to cowering. So there you go. You could get a 3 down 2 shot.
I could. Exciting as that sounds. No, we're good. We're not going to shoot.
Okay. Squad in T1, assault moves to T10 for 2.
Yeah, we'll take that. Oof.
Alright, so 3 cowers, or doesn't cower, sorry.
Does not cower.
It is a +1, so it is 3 on 3, which is a 2 MC. And my sniper. They will break.
What is your ELR?
It should be 2, I think, so I forget that you can't ELR when they're broken. Sniper? No sniper. Anything else?
No other shots.
Okay. The leader will assault move into T0 as well.
So what is that? There is a full 1 residual in there, right?
It should be, yes.
No effect.
Good. Alright, up above. I got more stuff.
You got so many squads. This is ridiculous.
Conscripts in M1 will assault move to U1.
Sure. We'll take that shot.
It's a 6-1. So 9 and 6. Yes.
8 on the 6, right? 6 up 1?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that was 8. Yeah, so 8 on 6 PTC. They are not pinned. I always forget if they can or not, so I won't. I'll say they don't. Conscripts in L1 will go to V0. Doesn't matter, so assault move.
Yeah, you're there.
N1 will normal move to T0.
Yep.
O3 will move to N2 for 1.
Yep, you're there.
N1 for 3.
You're there.
And then M1 for 4.
You're there.
One squad in E1 goes to CC1 for 2.
Okay.
CC2 for 4.
No shots.
Other squad will go to CC1 for 2. Or, yeah,
Yep.
from E1. DD1 for 3.
Yep.
And then DD2 for 4.
You got it.
One squad in I1 goes to Y1 for 1.
Yes, so that's 3. Just 1 orchard. So 3 flat.
Who's shooting?
This guy.
I don't think you can see him.
Oh wait, sorry. You're absolutely right. There's a crest line there. You're there.
All right. I will be forcing you because I want to know if I'm getting a sniper
absolutely.
again. I need to drain you of all your snake eyes.
It's my sniper number.
Yeah, it's a good thing you can't trigger it. You will continue to X1 for 2.
You're there.
Another conscript goes Y1 for 1.
Yep.
And then Y2 for 3.
Sure. 3 down. 3 down 1.
3
From
down
here?
2, I believe.
3 down 2. All right. Oof.
2
2 on the 3.
K2. Clone. And 2 morale bricks. Last squad in there goes to Y1 for 1, and then X2 or X1 for 2.
You got it.
That's still worth it. First line squad in K1 normal moves to W1 for 2.
You there?
Into V1 for 4.
Yeah, so we'll subsequent from these guys here.
Okay.
So that's 6 down 1?
6 flat. Because +1 for woods, but -1 for non-assault.
Yeah, you're there. Okay. Oh god, I am on fire today.
2
What about the
MC.
same?
ALR, break. The stack in J1 goes to I1 for 1.
Okay.
X1 or Y1 for 2.
Okay.
Into Z1 for 4.
Okay. You're there.
Wu and Ko are going to declare CX. Go into W1 for 2.
Okay.
W2 for 6.
Yeah, we'll take the 6 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. No, you might as well subsequent for 3 flat. So it's a pin check?
Yep. So leader, squad. Both squads pin. And lastly, the conscripts in 001 are just going to assault move to T0.
Okay, you're there.
Defensive fire. Oops. Residual.
We'll fire the mortar at the gun again.
Okay.
Yikes. Remember my critical hit rules. It's just
Double firepower.
original die roll of 2. Okay.
Right, I'm thinking of infantry target type.
Yeah, there's like less than half in the to hit number, but it's for area. It's just 2.
Yeah.
Right.
8 on 7 PTC, so I can't take it, but they get DM'd.
Kept rate. We'll shoot at them again.
Okay.
That's a hit.
6 on 7, 1 MC. They are dead.
And we lost rate. Yeah, I'll play 2. Oh my god, that's not fair. That's not fair.
I mean, getting dice is part of ASL. It's just kind of funny that, like, Rally 11 task checks are all 8.5, morale checks 8.6. That's usually how I end up losing a lot of guys anyways. My morales can never roll low.
Yeah.
No time to start now.
Let's see. Three, 6, 9. 1. So if I group these 3 into here, 9 up 1. Yeah,
Yes.
1 for the orchard, right?
Yep.
This isn't fair.
What is it? 5 on 9, 2 MC. Breaks.
I think that's all. I don't know that I can even see anybody else. I can see him, but there's no point in it. Okay, that's all my defensive fire.
Alright. Advancing fire phase. Let's take off defensive. U1 will shoot at U2 as a 3 up 1 shot. That's nothing. The pinned guys, or CX pinned guys in W2 are all going to shoot at V2. So It's halved twice, or doubled half twice, so it should be a 3 up 1. Leader directed, but not going to do much. That is nothing. AA9 is going to shoot at AA6 as a 1.5 up 1.
A9, give me a second. Oh, yeah, I see. Yep.
Z9 will shoot at X7 as a 1.5 up 3. Nothing. What's this? S10 is going to shoot at T9 as a 3 up 1. 7 on 3 task check.
Not pinned.
That's not going to be worthwhile. Yeah, that's it. So routes. This guy has to route away, so we'll go to W1. He has to route because he's in open ground, so he'll back off to Z1.
What's the rule for disruption again? Oh, he can only route if he's in open ground, right?
Yeah. So and it's always low crawl, I believe, or can always use low crawl. This guy is going to have to low crawl to T1. W10 is going to route back.
Sorry. What are the prisoner rules?
So prisoner is only if all options would be they are interdicted, but since T1 is an open, like nobody has vision on it, you wouldn't get interdicted.
Oh, you don't have a route destination, right? Your route destination is V1, right? Closest building or woods.
No, because I can't even see it. The one I would have to pick. Actually, since can you use bypass as route? I forget.
I don't see why not.
Okay, well then he goes bypass.
I'm sorry. What are you bypassing there?
I would have to be bypassing the hill, U1 and U10, because there's a open.
You can bypass buildings or woods, not hills.
No, you can bypass hills.
You can bypass hills?
Pretty sure you should be able to bypass hills. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's a thing I've done before. Erroneously or not.
Oh, the list of things I've done erroneously. It's a long list. Yeah, bypass enables unbroken infantry to move through a building or woods hex without entering the obstacle in that hex.
No, it looks like you can't. Okay, so regardless, I would have to go to U1, but you have line of sight to it. So in the absence,
I don't think I do.
This guy should see him.
Should see U1?
Yep, because it's the hex side, right? And the woods don't go over the hex side.
Let me see.
So,
oh yeah.
So I'm gonna low crawl to T1 because I can technically get there within 6 movement points, but I can't do it without.
But your low crawl would have to be towards your destination.
Then it has to low crawl to E1. Because
if you can't route without risking interdiction or resorting to low crawl, then you become a prisoner. And you're adjacent to a known enemy unit.
Well, then you get to dictate what happens to those guys.
I mean, there's no, like, does CVP matter in this game?
It absolutely does. It's actually the only goal, is to get more CVP. Well, technically VPs, but it's counted, CVP is counted normally.
So, yeah, we'll take the prisoners. It's fine.
W10, he started his move to W1, continues to X1.
Yep.
Those guys all did their thing, so that's it. Advances. This is a pin, so no big deal.
Is there a rule about the Chinese units and no quarter like there is with Japanese?
If there is, it's past a certain date. I don't think it's automatic.
So I know in Chinese versus Japanese scenarios there's no quarter.
Yeah, I don't see anything right now.
Okay. Because if I have to declare no quarter, I will. But
Yeah,
I'd rather take the prisoners.
yeah, I don't think it says we have
Okay.
to, so.
We can always have some fun massacring people later. That's always a good time.
I mean, it's already a massacre. Let's not kid ourselves. So the conscripts in U1 go to V1. The conscripts in V0 go to V1. The first line squad in T0 goes to U1. This first line squad above them goes to T0. The leader in W2 will go down to help out that guy over there. The conscripts in Z1 will go to Z2. CC2 to BB2, DD2 to CC3, GG8 to FF7, AA9 to AA8. Both squads in BB9 go to AA9. S10 will go into T9. The leader in T10 will go to T9.
Oh my god, you had to do it, didn't you? We have prisoners in close combat now.
Hey, look, I gotta take risks.
Prisoners in close combat. Okay.
That'll only be, I think, if you're broken.
Oh, it's such a nightmare. I hate the prisoner rules, especially when they're in close combat.
One of the conscripts in X1 will go to Y2.
Okay.
The squad in V10 will go to U10 as the CX as a result. I think that might be it. CC phase, we have one. Yeah. All right, CC phase. Ambush is possible. The charts are... I will get a -1 for my leader.
I'm pretty sure one of us... Well, I'm a partisan, so I'm stealthy, right? So I'm -1 too.
Correct.
Anything else?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. You are well ambushed, sir.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm a 1 to 2. Is there anything? I'm sorry, I've never played the Chinese before. Is there anything about declaring hand to hand or anything?
I don't think you get hand to hand. I don't think either of us gets hand to hand. It would have to be if I had Dare Death, I think.
And I
But
think Dare Death or NA
correct.
by SSR, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming your leader is going to be bunched with your squad.
I think I have to, regardless.
Yes. So it's a 1 to 2.
Mhm.
So I need a 4.
Well, you get a -1, so you need a 4 to get a CR, or sorry, you need a 5 to get a CR, or a 4 to get a kill.
About an 8.
Nothing. I will retaliate as a 1-to-1. I get a -1 for my leader, a +1 for being ambushed, so it's a CR. And melee. 1 point on the board. I gotta get him where I can.
This is such a weird scenario. I'm in though. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope. That is it. Turn 2 Russians. Or Red Chinese.
Oh, Kitty, be quiet. She's so talkative. I have no rally activity.
None. Well, must be nice.
It'll change. Don't worry. It'll change. I told you,
We'll see.
I'm not very good at this game.
The dice make make a lot of those decisions.
Well, I'm rolling well, but I'm not very good at this game. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between rolling well.
Hey, look, yeah, you can fool anybody by just saying you're really good when you just keep rolling 4s. I'm just trying to think. I don't think my leaders count as commissars because that's only reds. So
Yeah, you don't get commissars.
yeah. So regardless, I get all these bad effects. So I'm going to start. Well, all these are terrible. So we'll just do top to bottom. W1 first. Nope. The disrupt guys also not rally. And the guys down in X1 will also not rally. And that's it for rallies.
Oh. Decisions. Oh, I should have withdrawn with my prisoners. That was a mistake. This squad here will prep into here for 3 flat.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a PTC. 6, yep. Pinned.
Tempting. Okay, we'll do this squad into here
Okay.
for 6 up 1.
Mm-hmm.
No effect. This mortar is now useless. So we'll destroy the mortar.
Okay.
Minimum of 6 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculously ineffective. That's all my prep. Movement. This guy will go 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Hmm.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Well, it's a long crawl up that side. This squad here will dash to here.
Okay.
Gives you an area fire attack if you want it.
No.
The squad will go. Here for 4.
Um. Okay.
They will go here for 2.
Okay. Actually, I have to string that, I think, to see if that continues. That does not.
That's fine. We'll go 1, 2. Well, 1. Yeah, 2,
Mm-hmm.
3, 4.
Okay.
That's all my movement.
Right. Why do I feel like I saw that?
What'd you see?
Because I might be remembering this from something else, which is why it's bugging me all of a sudden. I forget if partisans can fire group in multi-location. Because I might just be thinking of a different LFT product that me and my buddy played a bunch of. Not that it really matters for my guys, but it'd be funny if it wasn't allowed. Because then it's like, oh, well, that explains a lot of the.
I don't see why they wouldn't be. There's nothing in my memory that's telling me that. I'm looking through the orders, the rules right now.
Yeah, that's why I think it might have just been the other thing we did.
Partisans get weird SSRs, like being able to move through buildings for 1 and stuff like that.
Woods. I don't think they do buildings for 1, do they?
No, it's a common SSR, especially
Oh,
in
gotcha.
old scenarios. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
nothing in that. Nothing in here about multi-location fire groups.
Okay, good. So I'm not going crazy. What do I want to shoot? I have so many tempting targets. AA8, AA9, and Z9 will all fire group against X7.
Okay.
I believe the worst is from here, which is a +4 total. Nobody's at half, so it's 12 firepower up 4. That's nothing. U10 is going to shoot at W8 as a 3 up 4. 1 for hindrance, 2 for wall, and CX. 8. No, miss. Y2 will shoot at X3 as a 1.5 up 1. Nope. V1 and what is that? W2 will fire group against these guys. It should be a +2 worst from V1. They're looking at, yeah, +2 because CX guys would be a +2 as well. So it's 6, 12, 18 up 2. They will cower to 12, 8 on 12, 1 MC.
So how does cower work on the IFT?
Oh wait, they're conscripts too. This was double. So basically, what happens is you go. Since I had was it 18, so on a cower they'll go to the next red column, which is the standard columns.
Okay.
And then they degrade 1. Since they're conscripts, they degrade
Well,
2.
great.
So it's 8 on 8 as a normal morale check.
Breaks.
All right, first one of many. I don't know if anybody else, regular guys, can shoot. X10 will shoot at W8. So it's gonna be a 3 up 2 shot. Nope. And the gun or artillery piece, which shouldn't be marked as on the board. There you go. He is going to shoot at S4. I'm also going to be shooting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to be shooting area target type. Cool. So size there. So that'll be a crit regardless. Ooh, I have multiple hits as well. I forget if that applies on a critical hit.
Let's see.
Multiple hits. Oh, non-critical. Yep.
Yeah, non-critical hit while rolling original doubles. And that's only on the vehicle or infantry targets.
Yeah, okay. So it's critical, which I'll take regardless. So instead of a 4 halved, it's 4 doubled to 8. It's a stone building, so there's a -3.
Yep.
So it's 6 on 8, which is a 1 MC.
We are well and truly pinned.
I have rate of fire, so it's a -1 up 3, so 5, 8 miss. No rate, and flip. And I think that's it for defensive fire.
Man, what a waste of a critical. That was terrible.
I know, right? That's
You blew a
just
hole in
my
the side
luck.
of that building.
That's just my luck.
Things are creeping up. Man, it's just not fair. Don't worry. I'll be up in the 11s when we're done.
I wish.
Let's see
I'm
what
waiting
we
for you to break your LMGs. That's all I want. That'll be
Oh
my
yeah, because
moral victory.
that 2 power is really messing me up.
Hey, it's 5. It's what you should be looking at.
That's true. Now, these guys will shoot into here.
Okay.
So it's 5 halves, 2.5.
6.
Pardon?
Because you have 6 total, yeah. Or are you not shooting with the?
The
Oh, no,
half
wait,
squad
sorry.
can only
Right.
shoot the machine gun.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2.5 up 2.
So 2.5 is actually it's a real column. Look at that.
And look, this was so great about the IIFT. You got to convert. That's how it works.
Oh man, I got it. That makes my head hurt. So it's a
7 just
7
missed.
on the 2.5.
Yeah, just missed.
It's just silly. Okay. It's not that silly.
Actually, hold on, because if it's out of season, does it still? Because it's along the road, yeah. So technically.
Oh, it's an orchard road, so it is only up 1.
Yeah, so it's PTC. So PTC against both of those guys. Second squad pins.
A 1.5. That's just sniper bait.
You'd have to roll 2s. You're fine.
Yeah,
If I had
exactly.
a reasonable sand like 4, I could understand.
Um, that's all my defensive fire.
Or advancing.
Excuse me, advancing fire. Yep, you're right.
Starting to wonder what turn is it. Routes, you've got 1. I have none.
We will route 1. We'll take the squad with us. Yeah, that's the closest.
Is it always closest, or is it closest known?
The closest building or woods hex that's not closer to a known enemy unit. Oh, well, actually, let me think.
Because I'm always under the impression that it would be, like it wouldn't make sense to be able to route towards a building you don't know exists. But I don't know. During route phase. Wait, that's just routing direction.
Actually, I think I have to route here, because this is the closest building that's not known, or that's not closer to an enemy unit. I'm sorry, here. That's 1, 2.
So the question is, who would you be able to see from here? Over here, and I don't think you can.
So if I'm here, I know about this squad. This is the, I know about this squad.
Yeah, two. But you're gonna be.
This is the closest woods. Now, I think it's ignorable if it's not any.
If it's in your current connection, yes.
No, that's only for buildings. That's not for woods. Everyone makes that mistake, but there's nothing in the rulebook that says your current woods hex. It's only for multi-hex buildings.
Really?
Yeah, it's a super common mistake. Everyone makes it. I don't really understand why.
Running in, let's move to the nearest, and unless that route is through into not traversable. Okay, so it doesn't even say in LOS. All right, as long as it reaches the hex during this run phase.
But I think I can ignore a building or woods that is equidistant.
Yeah, it's like your choice if it's the same cost and movement factors.
So that means I can, well, no, equidistant to another enemy unit. So these two both. So I can ignore this hex because this is the same distance from here. Right? Or no? I'm just gonna route here because I think that's where I have to route.
So I think the reason why, because technically you have to route away from the adjacent. So
I have to route. I absolutely have to route.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Oh, we can look at it. I mean.
So I'm just trying to see what the what's the passage for you can't ignore woods.
Oh, it's not there. So it says in there that you can ignore a part of a building, a multi-hex building location. But there's nothing in there that says you can ignore a multi-hex woods location.
A routing unit may also ignore a building's wood hex if that hex is no farther from a known enemy unit than its starting hex. Even if it must route through that now ignored hex to reach its destination. Yeah, so it says building woods.
No, that's if it's no closer. That's right. You're just talking about like ignorable locations. So let me find the rule.
Yeah, because if I've been playing this wrong, then I would definitely love to correct it.
Let's see.
Must move to the nearest in unit factors calculated start building or woods hex unless that route is through into another minefield, not traversable. As long as it reaches that hex, it need not use the shortest route. As long as it follows the shortest path, use entrenchments, etc. Even if it can no longer reach that building, woods hex is in the growth phase. Upon reaching a building woods hex not adjacent to a known enemy unit, a routing unit must end its route phase in that building woods location, even if overstacked, unless they can directly enter another woods building action.
So look at the exception. A broken unit in a building need not consider a hex of the same building in which it begins its route phase as the closest building hex it prefers to route out of that building altogether and toward another building or woods hex.
Huh.
So, yeah, it doesn't say anything about woods. So if you're in a multi-hex building, you can ignore the entire building.
Right.
But if you're in woods, there's no
You
such thing as
have
a
to
multi-hex woods. Like each
Right,
woods hex
right.
of woods is woods.
Gotcha. Huh.
So I think I have to route here for 2, and then I'm going to go here for 4.
Okay. 6. But yes.
Was 6 total. Yeah, 4, plus 4, I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
so okay.
Yeah. We meant the same thing. We said the same thing. Whatever. Words are hard. That's all my routes, I think.
All right. I have nobody DM'd, so I don't think I have anybody DM'd, so.
So close combat?
Advanced phase first.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll let you skip advances if you want.
If I play the game correctly, how's that? That's fine. These guys will, oops, advance here. We'll advance here. He'll advance here. Advance here. Here and here. All right, that's my advances.
All right. CC.
All right, coming at you with no effect.
Is there anything for the prisoners? Because it's melee.
I'm not broken, so.
Unless a melee exists in the location. Where is it? If there's melee. Once melee exists with a guard, prisoners may attempt withdrawal from melee in a subsequent CC phase. Prisoner CC attacks are sequential.
So the prisoners are like automatically get ambush.
No, I don't think it counts as ambush, does it?
Well, it's not ambush. It's just sequential, right?
Right.
It's not the same thing. It's not at the same time.
Well, I might as well try. Because I should be able to, yeah?
You're
Declare
trying to
them?
withdraw?
I can't... oh, no, wait. It's only withdraw, right? If you were broken, I could attack?
If you're broken, you can attack. You have to pass a task check, I think.
Right.
Right?
But if you're not broken, I can only withdraw.
If that's what it says, I trust you. The prisoner rules. I'm not even gonna look at them. They make me sick. So
Alright, I'm just gonna attack. So I'm at a 4-1 with a -1. It's a good thing. Well, never mind. Both of them would be a kill, so they're dead. What's the rearming?
the conscript squad. It started as a conscript squad, right?
Yes, but
I mean,
also
back to full power, I think. Right?
unarmed surrenders friendly for each armed enemy unit. Okay, cool. So that just means these guys are back. And we can delete that. One whole 336 back in action.
All in trouble now.
Yeah, that bumped me up to 4 CVP. You're goner.
I might be like I don't trust. I don't think this is as easy as you might think it is.
Also, sorry, Corporal Curious. I missed what you were saying that I was correct on. But
I
appreciate.
didn't know he was talking to you. Maybe he was talking to me.
Huh? You know what? That's true. That's true. I shouldn't be so selfish and narcissistic.
Exactly. I mean, it's your show, but come on now.
I've already added the points. You're at 31.
Oh, sure.
This is like the one thing that I'm not sure how. Like, I'm very curious as to how the CVP is going to total up, because 14 a turn is pretty nasty.
Well, if I can hold out for 14 a turn, you don't have a chance.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like,
but I don't. But there's no way I can hold out. So it depends on. I don't know. It's just gonna depend. This is super weird. And I honestly, I just don't think exit VP come into it here. I really don't. I could be wrong. Maybe there's like an expert in this scenario somewhere, but I just don't see how exit VP come into this. Because if I
honestly,
exit now, I get all the points, and then you can just sit there for 6 turns. Like, and I'm not going to have very many units left to try to make a mad dash to get 2 more points at the end of the scenario, so...
yeah. I mean, really, I think the most telling part of this entire ordeal is when I go on ASL Archive, there's a grand total of 1 game that's been played.
Ah, okay. So maybe there isn't an expert on that.
I mean, whoever the two other people who played this game, they are immediately the experts.
Who knows?
Weather was 8, so no change. Rally phase, I've got 3 guys to attempt to rally. So we'll do W1 first. Nope. Z1, absolutely not. And X1. Yes, sweet. I will take that.
I have 1 rally. Let's see. It's a 6th. I need a... Oof.
I
4?
Do your guys count as... That's a 9-0, so use a commissar, yeah?
I'd have to... I can get commissars, but I don't think I had... I didn't think I had an 8-1 or an 8-0 to change for a commissar.
Nine zeros are the are commissars for sure because you can't have a 9-0 under normal groups.
Okay.
You
Well,
can
then
only
he's
have
a,
a 9-1.
so I need an 8 then. Or no, 7.
You need at least a 7. There you go. Sucks too because the rules say you don't do the exchange like normal Russians, which I think is crappy. I think you should have to sacrifice people to the blood gods.
I can live with it.
I can't. Uh, all right, no more rally phase stuff. Prep fire. My artillery piece is going to shoot again as area fire, and that is not going to do it. No rate.
It's awfully close to breaking that thing too.
Yeah. Well, my artillery pieces have done absolutely diddly squats, so that's kind of meh.
Well, my mortar was exactly useful for one thing, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Um. I can theoretically do that, which would be fun to do.
If it's fun, always do it.
I don't know. It'll probably cause me to lose immediately, but
That's what usually happens to me.
um. Oh, you know what? They can shoot that. 1, 2, 3. Cool. T9 is going to shoot at U7 as a 6 firepower up 2. That will not do anything, I don't think. 9 on 6, pretty sure it's a miss. Yeah. That sucks.
Prep's
Alright,
not gonna-
moving phase. One squad in Z2 is going to go into Y3 as an assault move for 2.
You were there.
Y2 goes to X2 for 2.
You're there.
Second squad in Z2 will also assault move to Y3.
Okay.
First line squad in BB2 goes to AA3 for 1 or 2. Sorry. Z3 for 4.
Yep.
First line in CC3 goes to CC4 for 2.
Okay.
3.
Yep.
And then BB5 for 4.
You got it.
The conscripts in FF7 go to EE7 for 1. Continue to DD6 for 3.
You're there.
AA8 assault moves to AA7 for 2.
Okay.
One squad in AA9 goes to AA8 for 2. Normal move.
Okay.
3 into Z7.
Okay, you got it.
Other squad in AA9 goes to Z8 for 1.
Yep.
Y8 for 3.
Okay, we'll take that shot.
Okay.
So 4 flat.
Yes.
4 down
No,
1,
4.
right?
Yeah. Or it should be down 2. No, wait, no. 4 down 1 because it's not open ground.
Yeah, you're not in open ground.
6 on 4. Normal morale. Break.
And rate.
Not raid anymore if you do that.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we won't put down any. Good call, thank you.
Um, Squad in U10 will drop its CX and assault move to U9.
You're there.
Conscripts in Z9 go to Y10 for 1.
Okay.
X9 for 2.
Okay.
W9 for 3.
Five. Yeah, we'll do the 6 flat.
6 down 1.
6 down 1, sorry. Ooh. No effect.
X10 goes to X9 for 1.
We'll do the 2 flat from the machine gun.
Is he allowed to if he's already shot at a guy closer? Even with raid?
Yeah, he's not marked with a counter.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 11.
Alright, I'll take a break. Then continues to X8 for 3.
Yeah, we'll final at him.
Okay.
It's a 2 on the 3.
Another K2. And of course. Leader in squad in X1, go to Y1 for 1.
Oh, hold on, my computer is being silly. Yep, you're good.
Y10 for 2.
Yep.
Y9 for 3.
Yep.
And into Y8 5.
So 1 down 2 shot for final protective fire.
It's no, they're orchards, so it's a 1 down 1.
1 down 1. You're good.
All right. Now let me see if I understand this correctly. Because I have to say I'm not liking my chances. So. Average. Oh, that sucks. Wow, that sucks that that's the limitation.
What are you looking at?
Human wave.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The fact that it's 3 hexes and it's an average, like, okay, well. Can't do it
This
unless
is
you.
there can't be very many scenarios where we both have access to a human life. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know actually what the numbers would be on that. Hmm. Just terrible because like you really don't have any movements. You just kind of hamstring yourself all the time.
Yeah.
One squad in W2 will move. It will lose its CX and will go to V2 for 1.
We will shoot. We will shoot the machine gun.
Okay,
2 down 2.
down 1. Or yeah, down 2.
You stop moving, or
No,
yeah, you're on the road, right?
yeah, because it's
Yeah. So 3 on the.
2 MC. Passes. And your sniper.
No effect. Yeah, I lost right.
Any other shooters?
Nope.
You 3 for 2.
Sure. One of the squads here. We'll take the 6 down 2.
Okay. Four and 6, 2 MC. And break. All right. Conscripts in X1 will assault move up the road for 2.
You're there.
The CX guys will lose their CX and assault move into V2.
So 3 on the 1.
It would be non-assault movement, right? It's assault movement, so
Yeah, so it's 1 down 1, right? Open ground.
yeah. So NMC breaks. First line squad in T0 will have to normal move up into T1 for 4.
We'll take it. So it's a 8 on the 4.
You don't cower,
Oh, that's right. I don't.
so
So 8 on the.
PTC passes. Squad in U1 goes to U2. Same thing for factors.
Yeah, we'll subsequent there. That's better.
So it's 4 on 3 on MC.
Oh no, it's 1. Oof.
I don't have any other moves. The conscripts in T0 will go to O1 for 2,
You got it.
then R0, P0 for 3.
Okay.
Defensive fire.
Hmm. It's fine. Not sure I have much defensive fire worth taking here. Shooting at broken units is fun, but you can always roll snake eyes and ruin my plans.
I mean, at this point, I don't think my sniper's really gonna do anything.
Well, no, you can heat a battle. You can automatically rally and create heroes and all kinds of goofy stuff.
Nah, not with my guys. My morale check has been an average 7.5, which is above my regular everybody else, so it's
Yeah,
been kind
you're
of
getting diced. You're getting diced really bad this game.
really hard. I mean, considering my average IFT is 6.8, like that's also pretty garbage.
I'm afraid to hit mine. I don't want to like make you mad. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad.
I mean,
Um,
I've gotten frustrated over enough games that whatever. It's not the end of the world. I kind of really want to know how if there are any records of other people playing this scenario because I don't know. The more we go through this, the more I'm not sure how the Chinese player is supposed to do it.
I think you're gonna surprise yourself. I don't think it's as hard as you think it is. I mean, it's rough. Don't get me wrong, but things are about to get really ugly. I mean, if you keep moving up and there's just tons of melees everywhere, you can
Yeah, but
reinforce melees. Like it's gonna
it,
be really tough.
I think it assumes a lot though at the moment. So
Yeah, that's fair. Do I even want to? Hmm.
like so far, my only CVPs have been 2 half squads, which is really from 1 CC, and the mortar you blew up.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. No, you're getting dice bad. There's no question. There is no question. Okay, these 2 squads here will shoot into here.
Okay,
6 up 1,
up 2.
up 2.
Do you have a leader called Moo?
Mau Mau.
Oh, Mao. Those are A's.
MOU. Well, I guess it is. I guess it is Moo Moo. I always look up notable
Right.
notable people of that race or that nationality. Excuse me, to make my leaders. Huh. All right, so this squad here Yeah, no, we're not going to do anything. That's it. That's on my defensive play.
All right. Advancing fire. W9 will shoot at W8. It's a 3-up-1. Sniper. And it is 4-on-3, 1 MC.
4-on-3, 1 MC. All right.
That's a
Is it a
start.
1 MC?
Yeah.
Okay, he's broken. And sniper, no effect.
Thank God. I think this is the same regardless. So U9 will shoot at the guys in... Oh, no, wait. That's not the same. They'll shoot at U7 because it's a 1.5-up-3. Alright, cool. What are these dumb rolls on bad shots? That's a miss.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that is a sniper.
Inevitable.
All right, red dice is direction. 2 and 1. Didn't even put there he is. So he goes here.
Nearest is there.
Yeah.
So, random selection, leader, squad. Squad takes a DM. I still wish that snipers did more on a 2 on brokens, but
Yeah, doesn't seem fair.
yeah, because it's just like, okay, well, they absorbed a pin.
Pretty underwhelming.
Z7 and Y8 will shoot at X7. So it will be 4.5.
There's a 4.5 column. Good
4.5 up 2. That's a miss. Y3 will shoot at X4. So it's
Y3 will shoot at X4.
Yep, because it's a continuous hex or crest.
3. Sorry, how can you see him from Y3?
Because it's a continual hex.
Let me...
Like the crest line?
Oh,
doesn't...
yeah.
Right?
I guess see, yeah.
So,
I had to move the figure.
So it's a 6 up 4, I think. Yeah, that's not... T1 will shoot at T2 as a 3 up 3. Nothing. I don't think I have anything else. Nothing worthwhile, anyways. Route phase, these guys surrender immediately.
Which ones?
The guys
Those?
in Y8,
Yeah.
because they're disrupted. So they're either killed or prisoners.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to accept all your prisoners and then we're going to kill them all. Because that's how you get CVP, right?
No, I don't believe so.
So I get the captured. I get the capture VP, right?
You lose it if they are freed.
I'm not going to free them.
Well, if they get freed regardless.
Which is why I'm going to massacre them.
Can you massacre on the same turn you
Oh,
capture?
no. I did it on my next turn, on my next fire phase.
Gotcha. Well, you'll have to survive that long.
Yeah, you know what? I might not, so let's keep this going. Yeah, you still have routes.
Yep. So this guy is going to route closest W2, whatever, for 2. Goes into W1 for 4.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't need that. This guy, same thing, goes back to V1. If they route to V2, is it counted as still open ground? Yeah.
If you're on the road, it is, right?
Well, can I take the
An
non-road?
interesting question.
Because I'm pretty
It's an
sure.
interesting question. I know you can do that with a woods path, right, or a woods road. Huh. I honestly don't know.
But because it's not open ground, it negates interdiction FFMO, regardless of season. Movement costs, Orchard Road. X containing both Orchard and Road symbols as a tree-lined road. Maintenance rules do not apply, such as that portion LS for please confer fiction. Otherwise, in such cases, the -1 FFMO DRM applies to infantry using the road to move. Otherwise, orchard roads are identical to orchards in every respect.
So I think the answer to the question is yes. You can route back there, right?
Okay.
That's
how I'm reading it, because it says otherwise it's all respects, and it doesn't say anything about like it just says hindrance rules don't apply, but not that it cancels out movement open ground. Because it says applies to infantry using the road to move, implying you can use the not road to move in there. Do you read
so
it?
it's not open ground. It's not open ground.
Yeah. So
you can route there without, and you don't have to use low crawl. So yeah, you're good.
yeah. So they continue to W2, since U2 could not be selected, and then they will also that's 2-4. No, they can't make it. So 2-4. Or sorry, 1, 3, 4, 5.
Where are you going?
No, I can't choose that. I have to stop there in W2.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, no, but you can keep going if you have movement factors. I mean,
he has 6. So 1 to V2, 3 to W6, W2,
yeah,
and then
you have 3 more.
And overstacking would just be a +1. So
You would be overstacking it by 1. So yeah.
So they can make it there because it would cost them 3.
That is a fat overstack tax. But only 1 unit in there is DM. No, 2 units in there are DM'd.
No,
right?
they're all DM'd because 3 of them moved in there.
That's where all your all your routers went.
Yeah. And you DM'd. Also, my leader is not CX anymore. Oops. That should be off. I think that's all. Oh no, wait, sorry. These guys also have to route.
1 more.
So they will route to nearest, which, for all intents and purposes, is X10. That's my routes.
I'll route 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Advance phase. T1 to G2. R0 to R1. Can I do that? Alright, well. Squadron V1 will go to U2, CX.
Mm-hmm.
These guys in V1 go to V2. W2 goes to W3, CX, X2 to X3, CX. First line goes to Z3. That should CX.
Mm-hmm.
That's I would not be able to do that one. One guy in Y3 to Z3, also CXs. AA7 to Z6. BB5 to BB6. DD6 to CC7. U9 to V8. T9 to U9. W9 to X8. Y8 into X7.
CXing them?
No, because it would cost 4 to get up.
Oh, because you have a leader. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Z7 to Y8. And I think that's all my stuff. CC phase. We'll just do top bottom. So T2. Ambush. So you get ambush.
So yeah, it's just 1-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
1-to-1 -1.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And X7.
No ambush.
No ambush. I'm at a 4-to-1 with no modifier. Thank God.
That will do it. I'm at a 1-to-4. Oof. That's a 1 on the colored die too, so you destroyed the machine gun?
Yes. Inadvertently.
It's already malfunctioned.
And the prisoners come back.
Yep. See, it's not looking so bad now.
Yeah. I mean, I contested 1 building so far.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. So many CVP. All right, weather. No weather. There's never any weather. I have one rally.
Doesn't change anything here. If we had smoke, I'd welcome it, but technically I don't see you doing kindling either. What the hell?
Kindling's probably an A, right? What am I gonna do? Set fire to the woods?
Yeah. Why not? Set fire to brush. Have that spread to the woods.
All right, you convinced me. I'll do it on my next turn. All right.
I mean, honestly, if I think that'd be fun if, considering the red Chinese placement and how long it takes to get anywhere, you could start a fire in Y5 and not like, so long as the Chinese guns aren't shooting at you, you get at least like 2-3 turns to do stuff. Only problem with kindling is that you have to. It's mandatory prep fire only, which I think is the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, there are plenty of stupider things than that.
Well, I mean, I don't see why kindling has to be during your turn on prep fire. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do it on defensive.
Well, that's true. I mean, a lot of other things are just like any fire phase, right?
Yeah, but like I get the point of like kindling where you have to, I don't know, get some gas or find a lighter. So I could see being like a main ticket item, but yeah, either way.
Did you bring the lighter, Hans? I brought the gas. All right,
Uh,
I have one rally here in the center.
yep.
That did not work.
You sure? No, wait. Is that guy a? No, he's not. Okay. I have a bunch of rallies.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you're swamped with them.
I know, because my rolls are garbage. I'm gonna do this one first, just because he's not DM'd. So, wow, I get a 1t6 back. All right, here, top, bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody rallies. Prep fire.
Yeah, there's gonna be some of that. There's gonna be some of that.
How dare you?
I know. I'm sorry. You've been so nice this whole time too.
I don't know, taking all those shots, having all my guys break.
Now I'm gonna like prep fire at you. Oof.
I whisper to my dice to only roll 7 and above in my morale checks. I have a contract with random.org.
Do you? That's pretty cool. Are they like sponsor? They sponsor the show?
That's
Well, like
actually
sometimes they sponsor it, sometimes they don't. Like it's random, right? Like
it's actually why I only roll 7 and above is because I have a contract with them, but I don't have it anywhere on the screen.
no, that
So
makes sense.
they're
Yeah,
mad
that
at me,
makes
right?
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of prep fire here.
Those are not words I want to hear.
I mean, you just left me like a ton of point blank shots. Like, why wouldn't I at this point?
Well, I mean, it's not like I can do much else, really. Every move is a friggin' CX.
All right, let's start with this one. We'll do 6 up 1 into here.
Mm-hmm. 6 on 6, I think, is a 1 MC. Yep. Break.
That's what I like to see. You know what, though? He's not CX'd anymore, and that's what really matters.
Nope. Disagree strongly.
Well, he can finally rest. We'll take the 2 flat here.
Mm-hmm. PTC. Pinned.
Take the 6 flat from here to here.
Do I not get wall?
Is the wall on the upper level?
I mean, if it's upper level, then shouldn't you not be able to see me?
Well, you're in that hex. Oh, it's a weird. This is a weird situation.
Because it's a hill wall. And I know it's somewhere, and I'm trying to find the roll for it.
Up hills.
It's probably on hill or something. A hillside wall, including both its depiction and its associated hex side, is ignored when determining whether or not LOS between units whose elevation differ by 1 or more. Full level. So, not the case. It is likewise ignored when determining the number of blind hexes created by Crestline. Okay, don't care about that. Does it... Is... Does it not say anything else to it?
Unit entrenched behind a
A
hillside.
hillside wall hedge is one which lies along a hex site that is common to two adjacent hexes with different base levels, with none of the lower bases levels terrain appearing between the wall hedge depiction and the higher base level
So
terrain.
we're not at different levels, though.
Correct. All normal wall hedge rules apply to hillside wall hedges except as modified herein. So the only difference is wall advantage.
So
LOS.
that's a regular wall, right?
That is
It's just
what
on a
it
different
sounds
level.
like.
A regular wall on a different level. Because we're on the same level, so it's not a hillside wall. Right? Or am I reading that wrong?
Nah, as far as I can tell, we're on the same level. Yes, so it applies as a normal wall.
But it's a normal wall on level 3 or level 2. And we're on level 1. So
No,
what does
I
that
think
mean?
it counts. I think it counts for both. Is what it's trying to say. Because otherwise, like, I don't know, that seems pretty crazy if it just applied to the higher level, wouldn't it?
I'm not going to say that ASL rules are crazy or not crazy. That way lies madness.
A hillside wall
Yeah.
hedge is one which lies along a hex side between two common adjacent hexes with different base levels.
Yeah, so it's not a hillside wall.
All
Because we're on
normal
the
wall
same
hedge
level.
rule applies.
We're on the same level.
A hillside wall hedge is always at the higher of the two base levels that it lies between, and is treated as a normal wall hedge, calculating TM targets at equal or above the wall hedge's base elevation. However, a unit at any lower level than that on which the hillside wall hedge sits never receives any benefit, including wall advantage, from that wall hedge side. Alright, well, then it's whatever flat.
Okay. So that's 5 on the 6.
Break. I've gotten one successful morale check. Actually, two, I think. And one was a pin.
Yeah, I haven't seen a dicing this bad in a long time.
My
This is
morale,
one
I don't know what it is. If I feel like there's something weird where like the game calculates your letters in your name and then assigns a value. Because I don't know how I keep rolling so terribly for morale checks.
that's funny. I hope that's not the case.
It's like, oh, you got two double letters or whatever. Screw you.
Let's see.
More consonants than vowels? Get the hell out of here. You're getting 12s all game.
All right, we're gonna do 6 up 1 here to here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god, they survived on a 1MC.
That's impressive.
At this rate, yes.
I'm impressed.
The game is telling me I should just constantly complain, which makes for great stream content.
All right, we'll do 8 up 1.
Okay.
X4. Oh.
Pretty sure that's a 2MC. That is a 6 on 8. No, 1MC,
Yeah.
so they're pinned instead.
I know your morale.
Oh, wait, never mind. They're
broken.
broken. Like everything else. But they're not CX, which, as we've discussed, is all that matters.
It's a much better situation for them.
Literally the only thing that counts.
It's the only thing that matters. They're not CX anymore.
Next time I play a scenario, I'm just gonna CX all my guys and go, all right, I lose. I have more CX than un-CX guys.
I'm in. That seems reasonable. Yeah, this is proper ugly, man. Okay, I think this squad are going to fire group here.
Okay.
9 up 2.
Mm-hmm.
9 on the 9.
Should be a PTC.
9 on the 9.
2 pins, both of them squads.
I'll take half firepower all day. Take a 6 up 2 to here. That's nothing.
Finally.
And we'll take a 3 up 1 into there.
Okay. One MC. So the second squad pins and the other guys break. Or the first squad pins, sorry.
That went much better than expected. That's it. No more prep fire.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13.
Movement.
Yep.
Hmm. Let's see. This squad is going to CX. This squad. I always say that when I'm playing Vassal, and I feel bad because no one knows who the hell I'm talking about. We're going to bypass this building for 1.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bypass this building for 2.
So what hex site are you on right now? Like,
Hold on. God, Basil's free. He's going to be on the hex side to the right, the U3 hex side.
okay.
He's going to.
All right. Well, the conscripts will shoot as a 3 flat. Nope.
Okay.
And coward.
We're going to. Let's see.
Oh, they're they're shooting because he's in T1.
Yeah. 4. Here for 6.
Okay. I'm conceding. I can't do anything at this point.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not kidding. I don't think I've ever seen a dicing this bad.
I have more squads broken than you have alive. How garbage. I hate nights when I fucking roll this bad.
This was rough.
I'm trying to think though, like I really want to know what the like I forget if I don't think I have the I don't think it comes with the document. Normally like some scenario packs come with a booklet that tries to like talk about its scenarios and give you ideas for
like
strategies and
designer
stuff.
notes, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I have any designer notes for this scenario. I don't think I see it in my pack I have for it. And it's like, I need to know what the choices are for this. Because with a majority conscript, I can't get anything done. Like, any movement I want to do is trash. Because I'm always going to be CX. So I don't know how you're supposed to gain ground and not like be immediately worse for it.
Yeah, it's this is a weird scenario, and I almost wonder if you're supposed to put all your people on one side.
But then like you're just leaving something open for exit VP. Like not that you
Which
would
is
necessarily
fine.
I mean
Look at it though. If you put them on the top board here, then they would have to like exit VP to the south looks ridiculous. There's no way you're exiting to the south.
yeah, but you can but even if you go on one side, I can't do east, right? So and as long as it's an east edge board, it doesn't really matter. So instead of going all the way up here or all the way down here, you just have to go here or here, right? Like the amount of movement is not near as much as you might think. And
I mean,
considering,
if you leave that open, I guess.
yeah, but that's if you're gonna set up on one side or another, you automatically leave one side open, right? I find it
Well, then
strange.
maybe go ahead.
I find it strange that you also given. Actually, I think these guys had low ammo too, and I wasn't checking for low ammo. But I think the other problem too is that like 37 millimeters do nothing against stone buildings, so I don't really know what you're supposed to do with them. The line of sight difficulties notwithstanding, um, and obviously like you can't always count for the mortar to turn on a +3 with a plus like 4 total and roll a 7, which was garbage. Um, but you know what I mean, like the I don't know what you're supposed to do with these artillery pieces because you can't put them close because then they have no line of sight. You put them far and they're immediately trash because of the red numbers, and you only get 4 firepower out of them. Like I'm surprised you don't get like 76 millimeters or something.
How did the other playing of this scenario go?
It doesn't say. The ASL Scenario Archives only lists one game, and there's no nobody's written anything
But I mean, who won?
as Partisans.
Oh, yeah, okay, that doesn't help.
I mean, I don't
It
think
seems
it necessarily
seems
matter.
really hard.
Yeah, and like
It's
because the only thing I can think of to fix quote unquote the movement issue would be to human wave, but you need to have so many guys, and because of the terrain, you're going to be spending so much of that movement just getting to the next location, right? Like a human wave only gives me two movement because I think it's 8 movement factors you'd get.
right.
So as soon as you go up one level, because of all the woods, you're immediately at 4. So you can move 3 hexes maybe. And it's impulses, so technically, like, the first group pays 4, and then the second group pays 4. So because you're so limited and the movement factors are so high, there's nothing that says, like, okay, well, you just have like 2 squads or whatever, and then you pour in some residual, and then you're killing the first group because they're all conscripts, and 6 morale is uh, they break willy nilly, and then the next group has to continue moving, so they take whatever residual.
I don't. I mean, looking at this scenario, I don't really understand it, to be honest.
Yeah,
It seems it, it seems at odds with itself. Like the idea that you get these VPs for controlling the stone buildings, but then also for exiting. I don't know in what circumstance I would ever exit. Even if you did leave me an entire board open, I'm only thinking about exiting on the last couple of turns because I don't want to give you the stone buildings.
mm-hmm. And
And the
like
last couple of turns, like there's no way I'm going to make it to any of those board edges in 2 turns.
and I mean, if we're being honest, like, what's the point of exiting when you're stealthy? So why would you not force the Chinese to get into CC when they have to get into a building? Because your ambush rolls are, I mean, I didn't get a sniper. I didn't get any ambushes, even with the -1 leader at one point. So like, if the partisans are going to be masters of ambushing, which in our case they were, I think it was like 2 out of 3 times. Uh, like, why would you not just invite them to go in? Because if they don't go into CC, you still control the building, so you still get points. And if you get into CC and you win, that's CVP that you get. There's no negative to staying in the village.
Right.
You
I
know,
totally agree with you.
like if there was maybe, I don't know how to fix this scenario, because the only thing I could think of would be like, if the partisans have more than 6 squads in the village, on and after turn 4, they lose. Uh, they only gain half the stone building points. Maybe something like
Or
that.
or why do the CVP count on every turn
That's the thing too. I don't
or the
like
victory points?
if they made it so that it was starting turn 2 or turn 3. I
Or
could understand
just
it.
regular, right? Just regular at the end of the scenario.
That
You
too, I
get
guess.
victory points for those hexes. And then you would make me think, do I want to stand here and fight it out or do I want to run for it?
Right.
Right?
Especially since, well, building would only be worth 1, but exiting would be worth 2.
Right, exactly. I mean that makes sense to me. Having it compound is just weird.
Mm-hmm. And
Or
yeah,
and then
because I think the other thing too, maybe if they made it so that red Chinese don't gain CVP normally, maybe
and
there's
only get it from the buildings.
an exit. Because, like,
Yeah, and don't get casualty victory points. That could be a thing too.
I still think though, like, okay, so I need to see this because I don't know the Chinese stuff nearly as much as I probably should at this point. But 18. No, we're gonna put artillery. So why would they not get this, or I guess those are the same. A lot of 70s, 75, 76. Like, why would you give them 37, which you're not gonna move anyways? There's no point to move your artillery. But what's the point of getting 3 rate of fire if you can only do 4 on the IFT, assuming you get a hit? And I mean, this is like the furthest I'm comfortable with, because I felt like this would give me a line of sight to, here, here, here. This church was actually fine. Like it went
Oh
through
yeah,
the
yeah.
the buildings, which I was happy about. But and I could also target maybe not there because the woods, but I could target here because of the higher elevation, etc.
Yeah.
And same thing for this artillery piece. Like I can hit these 2 buildings, I can hit here, I can hit here, here, etc. And like I have to use red hit numbers, so I'm immediately at like a 6 on the on the infantry target type. So why would I not just do area target type? Which means instead of 4 firepower, I'm hitting at 2. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, so when I was mapping out my defense to this, I sort of looked at your guns and I said, "Oh crap, he's got 2 guns." And then I went looked at the numbers and looked at the to kill. I looked at everything, right? And I was like, "Oh,
Mm.
I'm not afraid of those at all. I don't
Yeah,
care about them."
like
And the
if
only
you,
reason I threw my mortar at one was because I had an open shot and I could just try to get rid of it really quickly because the mortar was going to become obsolete really quickly.
yeah. I
So,
mean, I think that's the other problem too, is the red Chinese starts first, and it's like, okay, well, why not just say the red Chinese? Like one, uh, you know, having your mortar there with a +3 was lucky, obviously to get that hit, but uh, it's like when we come back to CVP and stuff, like one, why would you allow the unit, the group that's being attacked to move first so that they can shoot? Like you could have on the first turn, right? Like you have a guy in T1 or whatever. There's nothing that says like prep fire T1 to O1 shoot. It's 3 flat, and then you break the conscripts because it's and that's like your first action of the game. You know what I mean?
totally.
Like why does the defender go first and not simply do where's the counter? This.
Right. And but the thing is too though, like why like you saw how much movement I did or how much anything I did on my first turn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like doing anything. My setup was fine. I moved a little bit.
Yeah,
Um
and like why would you, if you didn't like your setup, which like realistically I could see it if well, so that's the other problem too, right? Let's say, for example, that I set up all here, right? So I've got a huge army on the bottom. I'm ready to march forward or whatever. Okay, you start first. Everybody that's here, you get 1 movement factor to go through woods. So everybody up top shifts to the south, and now like my movement is hampered.
yeah, I gotta be honest. I would love to talk to this scenario. I don't this scenario designer here. I don't speak French, but um
Oh, it's not. The guy who designed it is Steven Swan. I'm pretty sure he's not
oh,
French.
Steve Swan designed this? He
Yeah.
actually does much better than this.
Should we? I'll get him on Twitter or something. I'll be like, yo, Mr. Swan, I have a gripe with you.
I mean, I would actually like to hear his thoughts. I really would because this is such an odd scenario. Um, I wonder how. I don't know. I mean, if I rolled a little more average, right?
Hmm.
Um, that probably helps your case a lot. But even then, with 6 morale troops, they're going to be breaking all the time.
Like, so I think the problem is that, if we want to assume average rolls, right? Well, average would be a 7. So,
Oh, I stomped you on the average rolls. Come on.
well, that obviously, but I'm just saying like when if we're talking about like best or worst case scenarios, you don't have to ever shoot as the defender in this scenario in particular. you don't have to ever shoot at a long range or even away from adjacent. So you could always get a 6 firepower shot, right? So
Yeah.
if the average on there is a normal morale check and an average is 7, my conscripts are not gonna ever do well. Like I guess the thing is I don't understand how I would remedy this. Like maybe smoke. I don't think smoke would really do anything. I don't get smoke on my artillery pieces. Um,
I think
maybe
the only remedy is changing the CVP, or changing the victory points and getting rid of the victory points every turn, making it normal victory points for occupying the stone buildings, and add some exit VP and some CVP and call it good.
what do you think about having dare death squads?
Dirty
Because
squads. So it depends. You've got 25 squads. So what do you get? 10 of 2 of them, 3 of them.
I don't know what that ratio is actually.
It's 10%, I think. I just played Totsuguki, and we had yeah,
Dare
it's
death.
10%. So you have 25. So you get 3.
Because I have a feeling like maybe if I could designate like I don't know, give me 5 dare death because they're not their first line, so it's not even like your dare death would be all that great anyways.
No, Dare Death are just for close combat. I mean, they get a -1 and they're hand to hand.
Yeah, but I just mean like in terms of like overall number. Like I think if you could be given 5, like I don't know, maybe 4. Anyways, some number of dare death, because it seems weird to me that you wouldn't be able to get dare death. Because like again, how do you close in on an opponent when that's the case?
Maybe he expected you to human wave. I don't really know.
But like, where do you human wave from?
I have no clue. I had the same problem looking at this. I
Because like assume that you're up here again. Like the movement factors, it's impulse. You have to pay the total, the maximum impulse cost. So as soon as you get to any of these elevation hexes, you it's 2 movement, like period. You can't do anything more than that. If you're on this side, yes, you can move more, but the counter to that is that it's all open ground. So technically, like yes, you can get more movement out of there, and you can do theoretically more. But when you have a line of squads that can see most everything, then your human wave doesn't really do much if it's all open ground, you know?
Yeah, I'm stumped. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I kind of
I
wonder like what if it was like 10 partisans, 12? There's got to be something there. Like why is it that the partisans get LMGs but the regular Chinese don't get like an MMG or something?
I'm not sure it's the number of partisan squads.
You don't think so? Because I
I
think
mean,
like I think that both sides get so many units that it kind of turns it into like a moot point. Like, why give 15 conscripts if they break all the time? And at the same, like by that same token, why give the partisans so many units to defend with? Like, you can have a squad per building and still have one left over.
see, I think the real problem, though, honestly, I think the real problem is by the time you're engaging me at the stone buildings,
Yeah,
I have 60 something victory points.
basically. Like
And I mean, like,
you have a minimum of 42 because it would take 2 turns to get to the buildings, and then like turn 3 you have to assume that you can like my turn 2 was the only time was like finally I got to T2 and then they died anyways. So and like same with X7, but X7s wouldn't, so it doesn't even matter, right? So
right.
if it takes me 2 turns to get to the first building and I still don't get anything out of it, um, because of a lucky or unlucky ambush, whatever the case may be, I don't get how you're supposed to do anything else.
Well, but this is the start of turn 3.
Yes, but
So I'm
you
saying that
automatically because I'm not contesting any of the buildings, you automatically get the 14,
right,
right?
right.
So you're starting at
So
42.
I'm starting at 42. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you have 5 turns.
Yeah, I have
You
5
you have
turns, but
you have
we're
5 turns
coming.
to get in there, have all the melees, take over the buildings. That's
But
going to
you
take you 1 or 2 turns. I will still be getting points for those.
but you
And then
can't
you have CVP plus the points.
but you can't get into melee when the units that you're using to get any distance are all conscripts.
Right.
Right? Like
Yeah, no.
no matter what, it's a 6 flat. Like even if this guy moves to Y4, assuming it's even possible, right? Like it's still a 6 flat from the guys adjacent because there's no building TM. If as long as you're in the buildings, you can't get anything out of it. If I moved say W3 to V3 and you were claiming wall advantage from W4, I don't get the bonus, and it's a 6 down 2 shot or whatever, or even 6 flat. Like doesn't matter, right? Like there's no um, the terrain is hyper defensive, so every squad feels like two because you're just gonna get that much more worth out of it. Like I feel like this has been an issue that we came across, me and my other gaming partner, um, where uh, we also had stone buildings, and if we didn't have stone buildings, it was wooden buildings that could be fortified. And when you have 3 firepower squads that have a like morale is 6 or 7, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But if you don't have support weapons, if you don't have like a DC charge, um, if you don't have anything to give you that firepower to overcome the +3 TM, you're never gonna do anything. Like when I'm trying to attack and my defensive fires don't go well, then I have to sacrifice movement in the next turn, or just move to break anything. And if I sacrifice my move and still don't get a break because I'm rolling like garbage, then I've lost a turn.
And a turn here costs you 14 points.
Correct. Or however
Maybe
many buildings you got or don't have, but
right. 14 points a turn. It's that to me is the issue. The scenario is hard enough. Everything you said is true, right? Crossing all the open ground in front of the buildings, all the elevation changes, the 3 movement factors, 6 morale, all of that, the useless artillery pieces. All of that stuff is true, but it's compounded by the fact that I get 14 points a turn.
like I kind of wonder like what if buildings only count if like you only get CVP if they're occupied by like the what I mean, like what if I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of like other situations, or like any building that's not occupied by the partisans is considered a blaze, so you could get smoke and have a random wind die direction at the start of the scenario.
That would certainly change things.
Like
That would be
it'd be a lot more hectic, and there'd be value in being hyper aggressive with the Chinese, or at least the nationalists, which is kind of what you need to do anyways. And also like, you can get those, um, like they're still pressured to capture locations, and if the wind doesn't go your direction, then whatever, that's just ASL. But also like you have the benefit of when you're going through, the defender still has the advantage because you're shooting into a non-assault moving guy at 6 firepower if adjacent and all that.
yeah, I don't know. It's a weird scenario. I it seems really really tough.
Yeah, like I said,
On the commander.
I kind of wish that Well, I guess I shouldn't say I wish there were more people who've played this because then more people would be inflicted by this this scenario.
Well, I had a good time, Jabba. Thanks a lot.
I didn't, so you're
I
welcome.
I, I believe you. I believe you. Sorry.
Ah, no, it's not your fault. Speaking of though, because that means that this scenario is super short. When I kind of planned it to be 2 nights. Um, what's next on my list here? Crimean Campaign. That's the problem. They had someone who's building stuff for the Crimean Campaign and shoved a 1929 scenario in there. Do I have that as digital? No, I'd have to go look through my stuff. Because
Which scenario?
the next scenario, technically would be recruiting tactics as the Long March, but I'm doing that with my buddy Hypnobeard because we're gonna try and do the campaign portion out of it. The next one would be Armored Samurai.
Oh, Blood Jungle. I have that one.
I'm just trying to. I don't have it digitized, which sucks.
I have the scenario.
Yeah, but I just want to look at it and kind of get a gauge for the scenario, like how long it would be. 8 turns, 15 to 12. Attacker has 10 AFVs.
Oh, good lord.
Jeez.
Is this one of their big ones?
Sorry, there's 5 trucks. That doesn't count.
No, who cares about trucks?
No rooftops. Bonsai, not applicable. Chinese have an advantage. Chinese are defending. Well, I mean, I would not be against playing it if you were up for it. I think the only problem is that I would have to find a 3rd day of the week to slot it in, because I wouldn't want to change my other stuff.
Yeah, whatever. Just let me know. I'm easy.
Okay. That's not what my dice have said about this game.
No. My dice thought you were pretty easy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The number of 4s, you're getting 3s, 4s.
My dice rolls were off the charts absurd.
I kind of wonder, like, what's also the reason behind giving the nationalist a Santa 2? Because it's like, what's the...
Well, you're the attacker. I mean, usually sands are like 2 for the attackers. You get a lot of high ground, though. I might have seen 3. Like, a sand of 3 actually seems low for the defenders, but maybe they just because they gave them all those squads.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
all I know is I had 32 IFT rolls and I averaged 6.16. And I don't care how balanced the scenario is. That's tough to come back from, especially with conscript squads.
That is true. And my MCs was an average of 7.26, so you can imagine. My rallies, 7.42. I did worse in rallies than I did in morale checks.
Yeah, that was a dicing for the ages.
Yeah. You got, what, 4 green columns? 2 hits, 3.75 average on 4 rolls.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Like, I hate your mortar. It was dumb as shit.
My average roll was 6, dude.
Yeah, I know.
6.
I know.
That's insane. But I'll take it.
I mean, you would.
Would. I've taken worse for less.
Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks everybody for watching.